As February 2025 unfolds, the cosmos brings a mix of retrograde reversals, planetary transitions, and powerful conjunctions, promising a month of introspection, renewal, and change. These astrological alignments will influence us all, highlighting areas in our lives that require attention, patience, and transformation. Whether it is through the steady discipline of Saturn, the expansive wisdom of Jupiter, or the emotional intensity of Venus and Rahu's conjunction, February carries a theme of recalibration and preparation for future growth. It's essential to note that these insights are grounded in Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference with the tropical zodiac. Saturn continues its transit through Aquarius, bringing a structured focus on innovation, humanitarian efforts, and collective well-being. As Saturn represents discipline and karma, its journey through this air sign encourages introspection about societal responsibilities and individual contributions to the greater good. With its aspects on Aries, Leo, and Scorpio, Saturn emphasizes a need for balance between personal ambition, partnerships, and emotional regeneration. Jupiter, retrograding in Taurus as the month begins, shifts direct on February 4th, marking a turning point in matters of growth, finances, and material abundance. Jupiter's presence in Taurus encourages a grounded approach to life, emphasizing stability, security, and mindful expansion. During its retrograde phase, many of us may have revisited financial plans, relationships, or personal values. As it turns direct, clarity returns, offering opportunities to build on the lessons learned during its retrograde journey. Jupiter's aspects on Virgo, Scorpio, and Capricorn add a layer of support for addressing practical concerns, emotional healing, and professional development. Mars, retrograding in Gemini until February 24th, brings a period of slowed action, reevaluation, and strategic planning. Mars governs energy, drive, and ambition, and its retrograde often dampens outward momentum. Instead of forging ahead, this is a time to reassess your goals, fine-tune your strategies, and ensure that your efforts align with your long-term vision. Once Mars turns direct, the pace picks up, particularly in areas related to communication, networking, and intellectual pursuits. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, spends February transiting Pisces, its sign of exaltation. Here, Venus is deeply compassionate, romantic, and spiritually attuned, encouraging us to connect with others on a soul level. However, its conjunction with Rahu, the north node of the moon, creates a mix of heightened desire, illusions, and karmic lessons in relationships. While this conjunction can spark creativity and passion, it may also lead to confusion or idealism in matters of the heart. Navigating this energy requires discernment and a willingness to confront hidden truths about your emotional needs and attachments. The Sun's transition from Capricorn to Aquarius on February 12th brings a shift in focus from personal ambition and responsibility to collective progress and innovation. In Capricorn, the Sun emphasizes discipline, authority, and goal setting, while its entry into Aquarius encourages collaboration, community engagement, and unconventional thinking. As the Sun forms a conjunction with Saturn and Mercury in Aquarius, this period highlights the importance of clear communication, practical decision-making, and aligning your ideas with your long-term aspirations. Mercury, the planet of intellect and communication, also undergoes significant transitions this month. Starting in Capricorn, Mercury fosters a methodical and pragmatic approach to problem-solving. It enters Aquarius on February 11th, enhancing creativity, innovation, and open-mindedness, before moving into its debilitation sign Pisces on February 27th. In Pisces, Mercury's energy becomes more intuitive and imaginative, encouraging introspection and artistic expression. As Mercury aligns with the Sun, Saturn, Venus, and Rahu at various points in February, expect a dynamic blend of intellectual breakthroughs, emotional clarity, and spiritual insights. The nodal axis of Rahu in Pisces and Ketu in Virgo continues to play a significant role in shaping the month's themes. Rahu's conjunction with Venus in Pisces amplifies spiritual yearning, creative expression, and the pursuit of unconventional desires. Meanwhile, Ketu's presence in Virgo, coupled with aspects from Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, emphasizes the need to declutter, organize, and refine your daily routines. This axis challenges us to balance the mystical and the practical, urging us to integrate dreams and aspirations with grounded actions. Scorpio, Capricorn, and Virgo are key areas of focus this month, as these signs experience intense planetary aspect and influences. Scorpio, under the aspects of Saturn, Rahu, and Jupiter, demands emotional growth, transformation, and the release of old patterns. Capricorn, aspect by Jupiter, Mars, and Ketu, highlights professional responsibilities, structural changes, and karmic challenges. Virgo, with Ketu transiting and receiving aspects from Venus, Rahu, Jupiter, and Mars, calls for health-conscious choices, attention to detail, and a reassessment of priorities. Overall, February 2025 is a month of preparation, healing, and forward momentum. While retrograde energies from Mars and Jupiter may slow progress early in the month, the direct motion of these planets later on brings clarity and motivation. The influence of Saturn in Aquarius and the conjunctions involving Venus, Rahu, Mercury, and the Sun add layers of complexity, encouraging us to balance personal growth with collective responsibilities. To accurately assess the impact of these transits, it's crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign provides insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you'll emotionally respond to these changes. Additionally, consider the position of your current Maha-Dasha lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current dasha period. These specific outcomes will depend on individual dasha periods and how these transits interact with your natal planetary placements. If you are currently in Jupiter's Maha-Dasha period, its transit influence will be particularly prominent. Remember, the effects of these transits vary for each person. Let's explore how they may affect you based on your zodiac sign and the houses they transit. For Aries, February 2025 is a month of recalibration, introspection, and transformative opportunities. With your ruling planet Mars retrograding in Gemini until February 24th, the start of the month encourages you to slow down, review your strategies, and focus on internal growth rather than charging forward as you typically prefer. The planetary alignments this month highlight career developments, financial recalculations, relationship dynamics, and a need to balance your energetic output with rest. Saturn's continued transit through Aquarius casts a strong influence on your 11th house of gains, ambitions, and networks. This transit brings a structured and disciplined approach to your long-term goals, pushing you to align your professional aspirations with your broader vision for the future. Saturn's aspect on your Aries itself, 7th aspect on Leo, and 10th aspect on Scorpio, encourages a reassessment of your professional relationships and partnerships. You might find yourself reevaluating collaborative projects or considering new ways to expand your professional reach. Jupiter in Taurus, turning direct on February 4th, positively influences your second house of wealth and speech. This marks a turning point in your professional growth and financial stability. If delays or setbacks have occurred in your work environment during Jupiter's retrograde phase, clarity will begin to emerge after the first week of February. Expect opportunities to negotiate better deals, expand your skill set, or strengthen your financial foundation. However, be cautious of overcommitment, as Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces could create a tendency to take on too much or fall into illusions about career opportunities. Mars, your ruling planet, retrograding in Gemini in your 3rd house until February 24th, emphasizes communication, strategy, and planning in your career. This retrograde may temporarily slow down new initiatives or lead to misunderstandings with colleagues, but once Mars turns direct, you'll regain momentum and clarity, especially in areas related to marketing, networking, or creative endeavors. Financially, this month offers both opportunities and challenges. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus from February 4th strengthens your 2nd house of income, making it an ideal time to focus on investments, savings, and creating a stable financial plan. Any financial confusion from the retrograde period will begin to dissipate, and you'll find greater confidence in managing your resources. However, Rahu's presence in your 12th house, Pisces, and its conjunction with Venus may bring unexpected expenditures related to luxury, travel, or spiritual pursuits. The aspects on your 8th house, Scorpio, highlight the need to manage shared resources carefully. If you're involved in joint financial ventures, inheritances, or taxes, ensure you're paying attention to the details, as hidden issues could come to light. Avoid risky investments this month, especially while Mars is retrograde, and focus on building a solid financial foundation instead. In love and relationships, February brings a mix of passion, introspection, and karmic lessons. Venus, the planet of love, transiting in Pisces and forming a conjunction with Rahu, your 12th house, may stir deep emotions and heightened desires. If you're single, you may feel drawn to someone who feels fated or spiritually connected, but it's important to approach new relationships with caution. Rahu's influence can create illusions, making things appear better or more promising than they truly are. For those in committed relationships, Venus and Rahu's energy might bring up unresolved issues or hidden insecurities. This is a time to communicate openly and work through any misunderstandings rather than letting them fester. The Sun and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius in your 11th house mid-month provides an opportunity to focus on shared goals with your partner and strengthen your emotional bond. However, be mindful of Saturn's influence, which could make you or your partner feel overly burdened or restricted at times. Patience and mutual support will be key to navigating this energy. Saturn may also create a sense of emotional distance or demand sacrifices for the greater good of your family. You might find yourself taking on additional responsibilities to support loved ones, or you may feel the need to establish firmer boundaries to protect your energy. Mercury's transit through Capricorn and later Aquarius enhances your ability to communicate effectively with family members, especially after February 11th. Use this period to address any lingering issues or plan group activities that bring your family closer together. Friends and social connections will also play a significant role this month, with Saturn and Jupiter supporting your networking efforts. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who inspire and uplift you, and avoid relationships that drain your energy. Health-wise, February calls for mindfulness and balance. Mars' retrograde motion in Gemini until February 24th can bring moments of fatigue, irritability, or a lack of motivation. Pay close attention to your mental and physical well-being during this time. Incorporate activities like yoga, meditation, or journaling to maintain emotional equilibrium. Rahu and Venus conjunction in Pisces in your 12th house may amplify stress or anxiety, especially if you're dealing with relationship or financial concerns. To counteract this energy, prioritize self-care and avoid overindulging in escapist tendencies. Once Mars turns direct toward the end of the month, you'll feel a surge of energy and determination, making it easier to tackle any lingering health issues or fitness goals. The month carries a strong spiritual undertone for Aries, with Venus and Rahu activating your 12th house of solitude and higher consciousness. You may feel drawn to explore meditation, prayer, or spiritual teachings that help you connect with your inner self. Saturn's influence in Aquarius adds a sense of karmic responsibility to your actions, encouraging you to reflect on how your choices impact not only your life but also the lives of others. Overall, February 2025 is a month of self-reflection, careful planning, and steady growth for Aries. By embracing the slower pace of Mars retrograde and taking advantage of Jupiter's direct motion, you'll set the stage for greater success and fulfillment in the months ahead. Stay grounded, maintain balance, and trust the process as you navigate this transformative period. For Taurus, February 2025 unfolds as a significant month, offering opportunities for growth, reflection, and transformation across key areas of life. With your ruling planet Venus transiting Pisces, its sign of exaltation, and forming a conjunction with Rahu, the energy surrounding you is vibrant, emotionally charged, and deeply spiritual. This month brings a mix of financial breakthroughs, relationship challenges, and a call to focus on your overall well-being. With Jupiter transiting in Taurus, your sign continues to attract abundance and wisdom, but the retrograde phase lifting on February 4th will be the true game-changer for you. February opens with Saturn firmly placed in Aquarius, your 10th house of career and professional achievements. Saturn's influence here pushes you toward greater discipline, responsibility, and long-term planning in your professional endeavors. This month, Saturn's aspect on your 7th house, Scorpio, 4th house, Leo, and 12th house, Aries, emphasizes a need to balance public and private responsibilities. If you've been striving for recognition at work or waiting for a promotion, this is the time to focus on consistency and effort. Saturn rewards persistence, so avoid shortcuts and embrace the process of steady growth. Jupiter's direct motion on February 4th in Taurus, your 1st house, will mark a turning point in your career trajectory. During its retrograde phase, you may have felt a slowdown in progress or experienced moments of self-doubt. As Jupiter moves forward, you'll notice an increase in confidence and clarity regarding your professional goals. Opportunities for expansion, leadership roles, or new ventures are likely to surface. With Jupiter's aspects on Virgo, 5th house, Scorpio, 7th house, and Capricorn, 9th house, this month is also favorable for those in creative fields, partnerships, or higher education. Mars retrograding in Gemini until February 24th influences your 2nd house of finances and speech, urging caution in communication and decision-making. This period may bring moments of frustration or delays in financial negotiations. Once Mars turns direct, the second half of the month will see momentum return, particularly in areas related to income and investments. Your financial prospects look promising, but they require careful management this month. Jupiter's direct motion in your sign strengthens your ability to attract wealth and abundance. If you've been reevaluating your budget or considering investments, February's second half is an excellent time to act on these plans. Jupiter's influence encourages you to think long-term, focusing on sustainable growth rather than short-term gains. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces, your 11th house of gains, can bring sudden and unexpected financial developments. This could manifest as a windfall, an opportunity for increased earnings, or even a chance to connect with influential people who can support your financial growth. Be mindful, though, as Rahu's energy can create illusions, and not all opportunities may be as they appear. Avoid impulsive spending and thoroughly research any financial ventures before committing. Mars retrograding in Gemini until February 24th emphasizes the need to review your spending habits and prioritize savings. Once Mars turns direct, you'll find it easier to manage resources and resolve any pending financial issues. In matters of love and relationships, February brings a mix of passion, introspection, and karmic lessons. With Venus exalted in Pisces and conjunct Rahu in your 11th house, your social life and romantic prospects are in the spotlight. If you're single, this alignment may draw you towards someone new, possibly through your social or professional networks. However, Rahu's influence can create a sense of idealism or even confusion, so it's important to proceed with caution and take your time to understand the dynamics of any new connection. For those in committed relationships, Venus and Rahu's energy may amplify both passion and misunderstandings. This is a time to focus on open communication and mutual understanding. The Sun and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius, your 10th house of career, mid-month suggests that balancing professional responsibilities with personal relationships may be a challenge. You may need to make an effort to prioritize your partner or family amidst a busy schedule. Jupiter's direct motion and its aspect on your 7th house, Scorpio, bring opportunities for growth and healing in your partnerships. If there have been unresolved issues in your marriage or long-term relationship, this is a favorable time to work through them with patience and compassion. Family dynamics this month may require your attention and care. Saturn's aspect on your 4th house of home and family, Leo, indicates the possibility of increased responsibilities or a need to create a more structured and harmonious environment at home. While this influence encourages stability, it may also bring moments of emotional distance or misunderstandings with family members. Venus and Rahu's conjunction in your 11th house enhances your social interactions, making it an excellent time to connect with friends and expand your social circle. However, Rahu's influence warns against overly idealizing friendships or trusting new acquaintances too quickly. Focus on building meaningful and authentic connections. Health-wise, Venus exaltation in Pisces supports emotional well-being and encourages self-care. This is an excellent time to indulge in activities that nurture your soul, whether it's artistic pursuits, spiritual practices, or spending time in nature. However, Rahu's influence may create moments of restlessness or overindulgence, so moderation is key. The Sun's transition from Capricorn to Aquarius on February 12th brings a shift in focus from practical matters to broader aspirations, encouraging you to reflect on your personal goals and overall well-being. Use this energy to set intentions for improving your physical and mental health. February carries a strong spiritual energy for Taurus, particularly with Venus and Rahu in your 11th house and Jupiter transiting in your 1st house. This is a time to reflect on your higher purpose and how you contribute to the world around you. Rahu's influence may spark a desire to explore new spiritual or philosophical perspectives, while Venus exaltation enhances your ability to connect with others on a soul level. Overall, February 2025 is a transformative month for Taurus, offering opportunities for growth, healing, and abundance. By balancing your ambitions with self-care and approaching relationships with honesty and discernment, you'll navigate this dynamic period with grace and success. For Gemini, a sign ruled by Mercury, February 2025 brings a month of dynamic shifts and introspection. With significant planetary movements influencing your professional, financial, and personal spheres, this month will require you to adapt and embrace change while keeping your communication sharp and clear. Your ruling planet Mercury's transits through Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces will create diverse opportunities to rethink your strategies and focus on long-term goals. Meanwhile, Mars, retrograding in your sign until February 24th, will play a pivotal role in slowing you down just enough to reassess your priorities. Your professional life will be a mix of steady progress and moments of reevaluation. Saturn continues its transit through Aquarius, your 9th house of higher learning, long-distance connections, and philosophical pursuits. This transit encourages you to think about the bigger picture and how your work aligns with your life goals. Saturn's aspect on your 3rd house, Leo, 6th house, Scorpio, and 11th house, Aries, indicates that work-related challenges may demand persistence and adaptability, particularly in dealings with frequent collaborations or higher education pursuits. Mercury's transit will bring shifts in your career dynamics. Beginning the month in Capricorn, your 8th house of shared resources, Mercury emphasizes research, transformation, and behind-the-scenes work. On February 11th, Mercury moves into Aquarius, your 9th house, opening opportunities for expanding your skills or pursuing higher education. This is an excellent time to connect with mentors, engage in meaningful discussions, or even plan for travel related to your profession. Toward the end of the month, Mercury enters its debilitation sign Pisces, your 10th house of career, joining Venus and Rahu. This creates an environment of innovation and ambition, but Rahu's influence may bring some confusion or illusions, so double-check details and remain grounded in reality. Mars retrograding in Gemini until February 24th affects your first house of self and personal initiatives. While this retrograde may feel like a slowdown in your career momentum, it's a golden opportunity to reassess your strategies and realign with your true purpose. Once Mars turns direct, you'll feel a surge of energy and clarity that will help you push forward with confidence. Financially, February has a mix of gains and cautions for you. Jupiter in Taurus, your 12th house of expenses and hidden matters, turning direct on February 4th, will bring clarity to your financial situation. If you've been dealing with unresolved debts, hidden costs, or unclear financial arrangements, this is the time to address these matters head-on. Jupiter's aspect on your 4th house, Virgo, 6th house, Scorpio, and 8th house, Capricorn, encourages careful planning and disciplined financial management. Venus transiting Pisces, your 10th house of career, in conjunction with Rahu, suggests that unexpected financial opportunities could arise through your professional endeavors. While this may bring gains, Rahu's influence warns against impulsive decisions or over-idealizing opportunities. Carefully assess any offers that seem too good to be true. Mars retrograde in Gemini may also slow down financial negotiations or lead to unexpected expenses, particularly related to personal pursuits or health. After February 24th, when Mars turns direct, financial matters will stabilize, and you'll find it easier to manage your resources. In matters of love and relationships, February brings a blend of excitement and introspection. Venus, exalted in Pisces and forming a conjunction with Rahu in your 10th house, highlights romantic opportunities connected to your professional sphere or public image. If you're single, this could mean meeting someone through work or social connections. However, Rahu's presence can create illusions or idealized perceptions, so take your time to truly understand the dynamics of any new relationship. For those in committed relationships, this month encourages open communication and mutual understanding. Mercury's transit through Aquarius mid-month strengthens your ability to connect intellectually with your partner, while its entry into Pisces toward the end of the month adds emotional depth. However, the influence of Rahu may bring hidden insecurities or misunderstandings to the surface. Be honest and transparent with your partner to navigate these energies successfully. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 12th house, emphasizes the need to balance personal desires with the needs of your partner. This is a good time to reflect on your relationship dynamics and work toward creating a stronger emotional foundation. Your family and social dynamics are influenced by the planetary shifts this month. Planetary influences encourages you to take responsibility for family matters and establish a sense of stability at home. However, it may also bring moments of emotional distance or increased responsibilities, particularly with elder family members or siblings. Venus and Rahu in Pisces, your 10th house, amplify your social interactions and bring opportunities to connect with influential people who can support your personal or professional growth. However, Rahu's influence also cautions against superficial friendships or relying too heavily on new connections. Focus on nurturing genuine relationships that align with your values. Health is a key area to focus on this month, with Mars retrograding in your sign until February 24th. This transit may bring moments of fatigue, irritability, or even physical discomfort if you push yourself too hard. It's important to listen to your body and prioritize rest and self-care. Incorporate activities like yoga, meditation, or journaling to maintain emotional balance. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus and its aspect on your 6th house, Scorpio, supports healing and recovery. If you've been dealing with ongoing health issues, you may notice improvements or find effective solutions this month. However, Mercury's debilitation in Pisces with Venus and Rahu's conjunction may lead to indulgence or escapist tendencies, so practice moderation in your habits and diet. The spiritual energy of February is strong for Gemini, with Saturn in your 9th house encouraging introspection and philosophical growth. Venus and Rahu in Pisces, your 10th house, highlight the importance of aligning your ambitions with your higher purpose. Jupiter's transit through your 12th house also supports spiritual exploration, making this an excellent time to engage in meditation or other practices that connect you with your inner self. Overall, February 2025 is a transformative month for Gemini, filled with opportunities to grow personally and professionally. By embracing introspection, maintaining balance, and leveraging the supportive planetary energies, you'll navigate this dynamic period with grace and clarity. For Cancer, February 2025 is a pivotal month, bringing a wave of introspection, transformation, and growth in various areas of life. As a sign ruled by the moon, your emotional sensitivity and intuitive nature will be heightened under the significant planetary movements this month. With Mars retrograding in your 12th house, Gemini, Venus exalted in Pisces in conjunction with Rahu, and Jupiter turning direct in Taurus, this period will influence your career, finances, relationships, and overall well-being. The professional sphere in February will require a careful balance of strategy and adaptability. Mars continues its retrograde motion in Gemini, your 12th house of endings, introspection, and hidden matters, until February 24th. This transit may slow down your external achievements, encouraging you to focus on behind-the-scenes work and clearing unfinished projects. You might also find yourself reflecting on your long-term career goals, considering whether your current path aligns with your deeper aspirations. Saturn's ongoing transit through Aquarius, your 8th house of transformation and shared resources, adds a layer of intensity to your professional endeavors. Saturn's aspect on your 10th house, Aries, 2nd house, Leo, and 5th house, Scorpio, emphasizes the need for discipline, responsibility, and creativity in navigating career challenges. If you're in a field related to research, finance, or psychology, this month's energies will help you uncover new opportunities for growth. Mercury's transits this month will also play a significant role. Beginning in Capricorn, your 7th house of partnerships, Mercury highlights the importance of communication and collaboration in professional settings. When Mercury moves into Aquarius on February 11th, and later into Pisces on February 27th, your focus may shift toward innovative ideas and networking opportunities. With Venus and Rahu's conjunction in Pisces, your 9th house of higher learning and expansion indicates that new opportunities may arise through foreign connections, education, or spiritual pursuits. Financially, February presents a mixed bag of gains and cautions. Jupiter's direct motion on February 4th in Taurus, your 11th house of income and gains, marks a turning point in your financial stability. You may notice an increase in earnings, particularly from group ventures, investments, or unexpected sources. Jupiter's aspects on Virgo, 3rd house, Scorpio, 5th house, and Capricorn, 7th house, indicate that financial opportunities may come through creative pursuits, speculative ventures, or partnerships. However, Mars retrograding in Gemini and influencing your 12th house warns against impulsive spending and hidden expenses. Be cautious about where you allocate your resources, especially during the first 3 weeks of the month. After Mars turns direct on February 24th, financial matters will begin to stabilize, allowing you to plan more effectively. Venus' exaltation in Pisces and its conjunction with Rahu in your 9th house could bring sudden financial opportunities through foreign dealings, education, or spiritual ventures. While these prospects may seem promising, Rahu's influence cautions against jumping into anything without thorough research and understanding. Relationships take focus this month, with Venus playing a significant role in your romantic and marital life. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 9th house, enhances your emotional and spiritual connections with others. For single Cancer individuals, this is a time when you may meet someone special, possibly through travel, education, or shared philosophical interests. However, the conjunction of Venus with Rahu may also bring some confusion or idealized perceptions, so take your time to understand the dynamics of any new relationship. For those in committed relationships or marriages, February brings opportunities for growth and mutual understanding. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 11th house, supports harmony and shared goals in your partnerships. If there have been unresolved issues or misunderstandings, this is an excellent time to address them with patience and empathy. The Saturn, Sun and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius, your 8th house, mid-month emphasizes the need for honest communication and emotional intimacy in your relationships. Toward the end of the month, Mercury's transit into Pisces adds a touch of romance and spiritual depth to your interactions with your partner. Family dynamics in February will require attention and care, particularly with Saturn transiting your 8th house. This placement may bring hidden tensions or responsibilities related to shared resources, inheritance, or elder family members. While Saturn encourages stability and long-term planning, it may also create moments of emotional distance or a sense of burden in family matters. Jupiter's influence on your 3rd house of communication, Virgo, and 5th house of children and creativity, Scorpio, supports positive interactions with siblings, children, and close friends. This is a favorable time to engage in meaningful conversations, creative projects, or shared activities that strengthen your bonds with loved ones. Venus and Rahu's conjunction in Pisces enhances your social life and may bring opportunities to connect with influential or inspiring individuals. However, as Rahu's influence can create illusions, focus on nurturing genuine and authentic connections. Health is an important area of focus for Cancer individuals this month, particularly with Mars retrograding in your 12th house. This transit may bring moments of low energy, disturbed sleep, or heightened stress, especially if you've been neglecting self-care. It's essential to prioritize rest, relaxation, and activities that nurture your emotional and physical well-being. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus and its rulership on your 6th house of health supports healing and recovery. If you've been dealing with chronic health issues or seeking solutions, this is a good time to explore alternative therapies or holistic practices. Venus and Rahu's conjunction in Pisces may encourage indulgence in food, drink, or leisure activities, so practice moderation and mindfulness. Incorporate spiritual practices like meditation, yoga, or journaling to maintain inner balance and clarity. February carries a strong spiritual energy for Cancer, particularly with Venus and Rahu in Pisces, your 9th house of higher learning and spiritual growth. This is an excellent time to explore new philosophies, engage in meditation or spiritual activities, and connect with your higher self. Jupiter's influence on this house further supports your journey toward wisdom and self-discovery. Overall, February 2025 is a month of introspection, transformation, and growth for Cancer individuals. By embracing the supportive planetary energies and maintaining balance in your personal and professional life, you'll navigate this dynamic period with resilience and grace. For Leo, February 2025 is a transformative month, as the planetary movements bring dynamic changes across various areas of life. As a sign ruled by the Sun, you thrive on self-expression, leadership, and vitality, all of which will be influenced by significant astrological shifts this month. The Sun transits from Capricorn to Aquarius, forming key conjunctions with Mercury and Saturn, which will test your determination and clarity. Meanwhile, Saturn's steady influence in Aquarius, your 7th house, Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, and Venus exalted in Pisces will play pivotal roles in shaping your career, finances, relationships, and overall well-being. February is a month of steady yet transformative progress in your career. The Sun begins the month in Capricorn, your 6th house of work and service, placing focus on diligence and discipline in your professional life. This period encourages you to handle responsibilities with precision and resolve any ongoing work-related challenges. As the Sun moves into Aquarius, your 7th house of partnerships, on February 12th, collaboration and teamwork will take focus. This transit emphasizes building alliances, negotiating deals, and strengthening professional partnerships. Saturn, transiting Aquarius, your 7th house, brings a serious tone to partnerships and contracts. Saturn's aspects on your 1st house, Leo, 4th house, Scorpio, and 9th house, Aries, demand that you balance personal ambition with social obligations. While this transit may test the strength of your partnerships, it also offers opportunities for long-term stability if you approach situations with patience and integrity. Mercury's movements this month are also key for your professional life. Beginning in Capricorn, Mercury highlights attention to detail and effective communication in the workplace. On February 11th, when Mercury enters Aquarius, your ability to network and connect with others will be amplified. Toward the end of the month, Mercury's shift into Pisces, your 8th house of transformation, encourages you to dig deeper into financial or strategic matters at work. Mars retrograding in Gemini until February 24th impacts your 11th house of gains and social networks. This retrograde may temporarily delay professional advancements or income from group ventures. However, after Mars turns direct, you'll regain momentum, particularly in collaborative projects. Financially, February is a month of cautious optimism for Leo individuals. Jupiter, transiting your 10th house of career, Taurus, turns direct on February 4th, bringing clarity and opportunities for financial growth. This shift may lead to professional advancements or new sources of income. Jupiter's aspects on your 2nd house of wealth, Virgo, 4th house, Scorpio, and 6th house, Capricorn, highlight the importance of disciplined financial planning and resolving debts or financial disputes. Venus, exalted in Pisces and transiting your 8th house of shared resources, may bring financial benefits through partnerships, investments, or inheritances. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu cautions against impulsive financial decisions or trusting unverified opportunities. It's essential to analyze any investment proposals carefully and avoid taking unnecessary risks. Mars retrograde in your 11th house may temporarily slow down earnings from social or group endeavors. After February 24th, as Mars turns direct, you may experience renewed financial momentum and better clarity regarding future financial goals. Relationships take a profound and transformative turn in February. With Saturn in Aquarius, your 7th house, relationships will require patience, maturity, and commitment. Saturn's influence may bring challenges or delays in your romantic or marital life, but it also encourages building stronger foundations. If you're in a committed relationship, this is a time to address underlying issues and strengthen your bond. The Sun's transit into Aquarius on February 12th, forming a conjunction with Saturn and Mercury, highlights the need for open and honest communication with your partner. While this conjunction may feel heavy or restrictive at times, it also provides an opportunity to establish clarity and mutual understanding. For single Leo individuals, Venus exalted in Pisces, your 8th house, could bring intense and transformative romantic experiences. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu in this house may also create illusions or complexities in new relationships. It's crucial to take things slowly and avoid jumping into commitments without fully understanding the dynamics. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 10th house, supports stability and harmony in relationships, particularly those tied to your career or social standing. If you've been working on resolving issues in your romantic life, this transit will help you find clarity and direction. Family and social dynamics are influenced by Saturn's transit in Aquarius, your 7th house, and its aspects on key houses in your chart. Saturn's aspect on your 4th house, Scorpio, emphasizes the need for stability and responsibility in your domestic life. You may find yourself addressing issues related to family obligations or property matters. Mars retrograde in Gemini, your 11th house of social networks, may create temporary disruptions in your friendships or group activities. Misunderstandings or delays in collaborative plans could arise, so exercise patience and focus on maintaining harmony in your social interactions. After February 24th, when Mars turns direct, your social life will regain its momentum, bringing opportunities for reconnection and growth. Jupiter's influence on your 2nd house, Virgo, and 4th house, Scorpio, supports positive interactions with family members, especially in resolving long-standing issues. This is a good time to engage in meaningful conversations and create a harmonious atmosphere at home. Health is an important area of focus for Leo individuals this month, particularly with the Sun, Mercury, and Saturn influencing your 6th and 7th houses. Saturn's transit may create moments of fatigue or stress, particularly if you've been overextending yourself professionally or personally. It's essential to prioritize rest and adopt a balanced approach to work and self-care. Mars retrograde in Gemini, your 11th house, could lead to moments of restlessness or fluctuating energy levels. Engage in physical activities that help you release pent-up energy, such as yoga, walking, or swimming. After Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll feel a surge of energy and motivation to focus on your health and fitness goals. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus and its aspect on your 6th house of health, Capricorn, supports healing and recovery. If you've been dealing with health challenges, this is a favorable time to seek effective solutions or adopt healthier habits. February carries strong spiritual energy for Leo individuals, with Venus exalted in Pisces, your 8th house of transformation and spirituality. This transit encourages introspection, meditation, and exploring deeper aspects of your psyche. Jupiter's influence on your 10th and 8th houses further supports spiritual growth and the pursuit of higher wisdom. Overall, February 2025 is a month of transformation, growth, and introspection for Leo individuals. By embracing the supportive planetary energies and focusing on balance and discipline, you'll navigate this dynamic period with strength and resilience. For Virgo, February 2025 promises to be a transformative month, with significant planetary movements influencing every sphere of your life. As a sign ruled by Mercury, you excel in intellect, precision, and analytical thinking. This month's planetary transits, particularly Mercury's dynamic movements, Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, and Venus' exaltation in Pisces, will play pivotal roles in shaping your experiences in career, finances, relationships, and health. With Ketu transiting your sign and Rahu influencing your 7th house, it is a month of heightened awareness, challenges, and opportunities. The professional area will be a mixed bag of challenges and rewards for Virgo in February. Mercury, your ruling planet, begins the month in Capricorn, your 5th house of creativity, self-expression, and speculative ventures. This placement highlights the importance of innovation and strategic planning in your work. As Mercury moves into Aquarius, your 6th house of daily work and service, on February 11th, you'll experience a shift toward focusing on routine tasks, organization, and efficiency. By February 27th, Mercury's transit into its debilitation sign Pisces, your 7th house of partnerships, will emphasize collaboration and building alliances in your career. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 9th house of higher learning, expansion, and opportunities, on February 4th, marks a significant turning point in your career. This transit brings opportunities for professional growth, particularly through foreign connections, education, or ventures that align with your long-term aspirations. Jupiter's aspects on your 1st house, Virgo, 3rd house, Scorpio, and 5th house, Capricorn, will further enhance your ability to take calculated risks and pursue creative solutions to professional challenges. Saturn's transit in Aquarius, your 6th house, demands discipline and perseverance in overcoming workplace challenges. Saturn's aspect on your 8th house, Aries, 12th house, Leo, and 3rd house, Scorpio, indicates that you may need to resolve lingering issues, manage stress, and focus on long-term goals rather than immediate results. Mars retrograding in Gemini until February 24th impacts your 10th house of career and reputation. This transit may bring delays, misunderstandings, or frustrations in your professional life. However, once Mars turns direct, you'll experience renewed clarity and momentum in achieving your career objectives. Financially, February is a month of cautious optimism. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 9th house, brings opportunities for financial growth through educational pursuits, travel, or collaborations with people from diverse backgrounds. This transit encourages you to think long-term about your financial stability and make investments that align with your broader goals. Venus exaltation in Pisces, your 7th house, and its conjunction with Rahu suggests potential gains through partnerships, collaborations, or joint ventures. However, Rahu's influence may also create confusion or unexpected complications in financial dealings, so it's essential to approach such matters with caution and clarity. Mars retrograding in your 10th house warns against impulsive financial decisions related to career or public image. Delayed payments or disruptions in expected income are possible. After February 24th, as Mars turns direct, your financial situation is likely to stabilize, bringing a sense of relief. Ketu's presence in your 1st house, Virgo, reminds you to avoid overthinking financial matters and instead focus on practical solutions. Trust your analytical skills to navigate complex situations and ensure that you're making informed decisions. Relationships take focus this month, with Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury playing crucial roles in your love life. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 7th house of partnerships, brings harmony, romance, and emotional depth to your relationships. For singles, this transit enhances your charm and increases the likelihood of meeting someone special, potentially through social or professional connections. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu warns against idealizing new relationships or ignoring red flags. Take your time to understand the dynamics before making commitments. For those in committed relationships or marriages, February offers opportunities to deepen emotional bonds and resolve lingering issues. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus supports mutual growth and understanding in partnerships. If you've been working on shared goals or future plans, this transit will help bring clarity and alignment. Mercury's transit through Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces throughout the month will influence communication in your relationships. Open and honest conversations will be essential, particularly during the Sun, Saturn and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius mid-month. By the end of February, Mercury in Pisces will add a touch of empathy and intuition to your interactions with your partner. Family dynamics in February will require your attention and patience. Saturn in Aquarius, your 6th house, may bring responsibilities related to family obligations or health concerns within your household. Jupiter's influence on your 1st house, Virgo, and 3rd house, Scorpio, supports positive interactions with siblings, neighbors, and close friends. This is an excellent time to engage in meaningful conversations and strengthen bonds with your inner circle. Venus and Rahu in Pisces may bring new social connections or friendships into your life. While these relationships could be exciting and inspiring, Rahu's influence reminds you to stay grounded and avoid getting swept up in superficial dynamics. Focus on nurturing authentic and supportive connections. Health is a key area of focus for Virgos in February, especially with Saturn transiting your 6th house of health and daily routines. This transit encourages you to adopt a disciplined approach to your physical and mental well-being. Pay attention to any lingering health issues and seek professional guidance if necessary. Mars retrograde in Gemini, your 10th house, may lead to stress or burnout, particularly if you've been overexerting yourself in your career. Incorporate relaxation techniques, such as meditation, yoga, or spending time in nature, to restore your energy and maintain balance. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus and its aspect on your 1st house supports healing and vitality. If you've been dealing with chronic health concerns, this is a favorable time to explore holistic treatments or lifestyle changes that promote long-term well-being. February carries a strong spiritual energy for Virgos, with Ketu in your 1st house and Venus exalted in Pisces, your 7th house. This is an excellent time to engage in meditation, self-reflection, or spiritual practices that help you connect with your inner self. Jupiter's influence on your 9th house further supports your pursuit of wisdom and higher understanding. Overall, February 2025 is a month of transformation, growth, and introspection for Virgos. By embracing the supportive planetary energies and staying focused on your goals, you'll navigate this dynamic period with resilience and grace. For Libra, February 2025 brings a period of balance and transformation. This month offers a mix of opportunities and challenges, particularly in your career, relationships, and overall well-being. The planetary alignments, including Venus exalted in Pisces, Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, and Saturn's continued transit through Aquarius, create a dynamic atmosphere that encourages growth and reflection. With Venus, your ruler, in an exalted position, this is an ideal time to focus on relationships, creativity, and self-care. The professional area takes a prominent focus this month for Libra. Saturn in Aquarius, your fifth house of creativity, self-expression, and speculative ventures, encourages you to adopt a disciplined approach to your work. This transit emphasizes long-term planning, perseverance, and the need to hone your skills. Saturn's aspects on your 7th house, Aries, 11th house, Leo, and 2nd house, Scorpio, further highlight partnerships, networking, and financial stability as key areas of focus in your career. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 6th house of daily work and service, enhances your ability to bring harmony and creativity to your professional environment. This is a favorable time for collaborations and projects that require teamwork and artistic input. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces warns against becoming overly idealistic or getting involved in workplace dynamics that lack clarity. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 8th house of shared resources and transformation, on February 4th, brings opportunities for growth through partnerships, investments, or dealing with joint assets. If you've been working on a project or collaboration, this transit supports progress and mutual benefit. However, Jupiter's aspect on your 12th house, Virgo, and 2nd house, Scorpio, suggests the need to balance spending and saving carefully. Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 9th house of higher learning and long-term goals, until February 24th, may create delays or frustrations in achieving your professional aspirations. However, once Mars turns direct, you'll regain clarity and momentum, allowing you to pursue opportunities with renewed determination. Financially, February is a month to tread cautiously. Jupiter's influence in your 8th house can bring unexpected gains through inheritance, partnerships, or investments, but it also emphasizes the importance of managing joint resources wisely. Be mindful of shared financial responsibilities and avoid risky ventures that could lead to complications. Venus exaltation in Pisces enhances your ability to earn through creative pursuits, collaborations, or service-oriented work. However, Rahu's presence in the same house warns against impulsive spending or getting entangled in deceptive financial schemes. Focus on creating a solid financial plan that prioritizes savings and long-term stability. Ketu's transit in Virgo, your 12th house, underscores the importance of addressing hidden expenses or debts. This is an excellent time to review your financial habits and eliminate any unnecessary expenditures. By the end of the month, you'll feel more in control of your financial situation. Relationships take focus for Libra in February, with Venus playing a significant role. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 6th house, highlights the importance of service and sacrifice in relationships. This placement encourages you to support your partner and nurture emotional intimacy. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu may bring confusion or unrealistic expectations in love. For singles, this transit could attract intriguing but unconventional partners. Take time to understand their intentions before committing. For those in committed relationships or marriages, February offers opportunities to strengthen your bond by addressing unresolved issues and fostering open communication. Mercury's transit through Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces will influence the way you express yourself to your partner. The Sun, Saturn and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius, your 5th house, mid-month, will bring clarity and focus to your romantic life, helping you better understand your partner's needs. Jupiter's aspect on your 12th house and 4th house indicates the importance of creating a peaceful and supportive home environment. This is a favorable time for discussing future plans, such as starting a family or making long-term commitments. Family life in February will require a balanced approach. Saturn in Aquarius, your 5th house, emphasizes responsibilities toward children or younger family members. This is a period to focus on nurturing and guiding your loved ones while maintaining clear boundaries. Jupiter's aspects on your 2nd house of family and resources and your 4th house of home and emotional security bring harmony and understanding to domestic relationships. If you've been dealing with family tensions, this is an excellent time to resolve conflicts and strengthen bonds. Venus and Rahu's influence in Pisces could bring new workplace connections or rekindle old friendships. However, Rahu's influence cautions you to be discerning in your interactions and avoid overextending yourself in commitments. Health is a key area of focus for Libra in February, particularly with Saturn transiting your 5th house and Venus exalted in your 6th house. This planetary alignment encourages you to adopt a disciplined approach to your physical and mental well-being. Prioritize regular exercise, a balanced diet, and stress management techniques to maintain vitality. Mars retrograde in Gemini, your 9th house, may bring restlessness or fatigue, especially if you've been juggling multiple responsibilities. After February 24th, when Mars turns direct, you'll feel more energized and motivated to pursue health goals. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus and its aspect on your 12th house may encourage you to explore holistic or alternative healing methods. This is an excellent time to focus on emotional healing and address any underlying issues that may be impacting your overall well-being. With Ketu transiting your 12th house and Jupiter influencing your 8th and 12th houses, this is an ideal time for introspection, meditation, and exploring deeper truths about yourself and your purpose. Spiritual practices that promote inner peace and self-awareness will be particularly beneficial this month. Overall, February 2025 is a month of transformation and growth for Libra. While challenges may arise, particularly in relationships and finances, the supportive energies of Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn will guide you toward balance and harmony. By staying focused on your goals and maintaining a positive outlook, you'll navigate this dynamic period with grace and resilience. For Scorpio, February 2025 promises to be a transformative and intense month. The astrological alignments this month bring opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and achievement across various aspects of life. With Mars, your ruler, retrograding in Gemini for most of the month before turning direct on February 24th, you are likely to experience a mix of delays, breakthroughs, and renewed focus. The influences of Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus also play significant roles in shaping your experiences in career, finance, relationships, and overall well-being. Career advancements are strongly highlighted this month as several planetary influences converge to push you toward new opportunities and challenges. Saturn, transiting through Aquarius, occupies your 4th house, emphasizing the importance of a stable foundation and long-term planning in your professional endeavors. Saturn's aspect on your 10th house, Leo, will keep you disciplined and focused, although it may feel like progress is slower than expected. This is a period where hard work, patience, and persistence will pay off. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus on February 4th, in your 7th house of partnerships, signals positive developments in professional collaborations and business ventures. If you've been waiting on a business deal, contract, or negotiation, things are likely to move forward after this date. Jupiter's aspect on your 11th house, Virgo, also highlights gains through networking and alliances. Be open to new connections, as they could bring long-term benefits. Mars, your ruler, retrogrades in your 8th house of transformation and shared resources until February 24th, creating a period of introspection and recalibration. There may be delays or obstacles in projects that require teamwork or joint investments. However, once Mars turns direct, you will feel a surge of energy and determination to tackle challenges head-on. This is an excellent time to strategize and plan for the future. Financial matters are a focal point for Scorpio this month. Jupiter's presence in your 7th house brings opportunities for financial growth through partnerships, investments, or collaborations. If you've been considering a joint financial endeavor, February is a favorable time to move forward, particularly after Jupiter turns direct on February 4th. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 5th house of creativity and speculation, enhances your ability to attract financial gains through artistic or innovative pursuits. This is a good time to explore investments in creative projects, but Rahu's conjunction with Venus warns against impulsive or overly risky decisions. Be sure to research thoroughly before committing to any financial ventures. Mars retrograde in your 8th house may bring unexpected expenses or delays in receiving owed money, such as loans, inheritances, or shared resources. However, once Mars turns direct, these matters are likely to resolve favorably. Ketu's transit in your 11th house suggests gains through unconventional or unexpected sources, but it also encourages caution in large-scale investments or speculative activities. February 2025 brings both passion and complexity to your romantic life. With Venus exalted in Pisces, your 5th house of romance and creativity, you are likely to feel a surge of emotional intensity and longing for deeper connections. Singles may find themselves drawn to magnetic and spiritually inclined individuals. This is a great time to explore new relationships, but Rahu's conjunction with Venus advises you to stay grounded and avoid idealizing potential partners. For those in committed relationships, this month offers opportunities to strengthen your bond by addressing underlying issues and nurturing emotional intimacy. Jupiter's influence on your 7th house brings harmony and growth in partnerships, making it a favorable time to discuss future plans or resolve past misunderstandings. However, Mars retrograding in your 8th house may lead to heightened emotions or conflicts related to shared resources or trust. Open communication and mutual understanding will be key to maintaining balance. The Sun, Saturn and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius, your 4th house, mid-month, emphasizes the importance of creating a supportive and peaceful home environment. This is a good time to focus on shared goals and strengthen your connection with your partner through honest and heartfelt conversations. Family dynamics may feel intense yet transformative this month. Saturn's transit through your 4th house underscores the importance of taking responsibility for family matters and maintaining a harmonious domestic atmosphere. Saturn's influence may also bring increased responsibilities related to home or property, but your efforts will lead to lasting stability and security. Jupiter's aspect on your 11th house highlights positive interactions with friends and social networks. This is a favorable time to reconnect with old friends or expand your social circle. You may receive support or guidance from a mentor or influential figure who helps you achieve your goals. However, Ketu's presence in your 11th house may occasionally make you feel detached or uninterested in superficial connections, prompting you to focus on deeper and more meaningful relationships. Health requires careful attention in February, particularly with Mars retrograding in your 8th house of transformation and Venus transiting your 5th house. This is a time to prioritize physical and emotional well-being, as the planetary alignments may bring periods of fatigue or stress. Incorporate regular exercise, mindfulness practices, and a balanced diet into your routine to maintain vitality. Mars retrograde may bring hidden health issues to the surface, particularly those related to stress or emotional baggage. Use this time to address these concerns through holistic healing or therapy. Once Mars turns direct on February 24th, you will feel more energized and motivated to take charge of your health. Jupiter's influence on your 7th house emphasizes the importance of balance in relationships and shared responsibilities, which can directly impact your mental and emotional well-being. Surround yourself with supportive and positive influences to maintain a sense of inner peace. Mars retrograde in your 8th house further encourages deep inner work and transformation, allowing you to let go of old patterns and embrace a more authentic version of yourself. Overall, February 2025 is a month of profound growth and transformation for Scorpio. While challenges may arise in career, relationships, and health, the supportive energies of Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus will guide you toward balance and resilience. By embracing change and staying true to your values, you'll navigate this dynamic period with strength and clarity. For Sagittarius, February 2025 is a month of introspection, growth, and transformation. With Jupiter turning direct in Taurus on February 4th and other powerful planetary alignments influencing various aspects of your life, this month brings opportunities for progress in career, finance, and relationships, while also urging you to focus on emotional balance and self-care. With the Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus forming key aspects, this is a dynamic period that demands both action and reflection. Career prospects are bright for Sagittarius in February, but success will require effort and strategic planning. Jupiter, your ruler, resumes direct motion in Taurus, your 6th house of work, service, and daily responsibilities, on February 4th. This shift brings a positive turn in professional matters, helping you resolve challenges, meet deadlines, and gain recognition for your hard work. If you've been dealing with workplace obstacles or health-related setbacks, Jupiter's direct motion will offer relief and progress. Saturn's transit through Aquarius, your 3rd house of communication and skill development, emphasizes the need to sharpen your professional skills and stay disciplined. Saturn's aspect on your 9th house, Leo, and 12th house, Scorpio, encourages you to think long-term and consider opportunities for education, travel, or collaboration with international clients. The Sun and Mercury's conjunction in Aquarius mid-month further enhance your ability to articulate ideas and build strong connections in your professional network. Mars, retrograding in Gemini, your 7th house of partnerships, until February 24th, may create delays or misunderstandings in collaborative projects. Use this time to reassess your partnerships and address any unresolved issues. Once Mars turns direct, you'll regain momentum, making it easier to finalize agreements and work effectively with others. Financially, February 2025 offers opportunities for stability and growth, but careful planning is essential. Jupiter in Taurus highlights your 6th house, emphasizing income through hard work, service-oriented projects, or employment changes. If you've been seeking a raise or new job opportunities, this is an excellent time to take action. However, Jupiter's aspect on your 10th house, Virgo, and 12th house, Scorpio, indicates the need to manage expenses wisely, especially related to travel, education, or health. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 4th house of home and emotional security, may inspire you to invest in property, home improvements, or comfort-enhancing items. While Venus brings opportunities for financial gains through creative pursuits, its conjunction with Rahu warns against impulsive spending or overextending yourself financially. Focus on saving and making well-informed decisions. Ketu's presence in Virgo, your 10th house, suggests the need to avoid overly ambitious financial ventures that lack clarity or long-term potential. Instead, channel your energy into steady and practical investments. By maintaining a balanced approach, you'll set the stage for financial growth in the months ahead. Romantic relationships and partnerships take a reflective tone in February. With Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 7th house, until February 24th, you may encounter delays or misunderstandings in your personal relationships. This retrograde period encourages you to address unresolved issues with your partner and reflect on the dynamics of your connection. Open and honest communication will be crucial to maintaining harmony. Venus exalted in Pisces, your 4th house, brings warmth, love, and emotional fulfillment in your romantic life. This is an excellent time to focus on nurturing your relationship by creating a peaceful and supportive home environment. Singles may feel drawn to emotionally sensitive or artistic individuals, but Rahu's conjunction with Venus cautions against rushing into new relationships without fully understanding the other person's intentions. For married Sagittarians, Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus strengthens your bond and encourages mutual support and growth. Discussing shared goals and future plans will deepen your connection and create a sense of stability. However, be mindful of balancing individual needs with the demands of the partnership to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Family life in February is marked by a mix of responsibilities and joyful moments. Saturn's transit through Aquarius, your 3rd house, emphasizes the importance of maintaining clear communication and fulfilling your commitments to siblings or extended family. Venus in Pisces, your 4th house, enhances harmony within the home and encourages you to focus on creating a comfortable and loving environment for your loved ones. This is an excellent time for hosting family gatherings or addressing long-standing issues with compassion and patience. Socially, you may find yourself reconnecting with old friends or expanding your circle. Venus's influence on your 11th house, Libra, supports meaningful connections that align with your values and goals. Be mindful of Rahu's influence, which may bring encounters with people who are intriguing but not entirely trustworthy. Health requires attention and balance in February, especially with Jupiter in your 6th house and Mars retrograding in your 7th house. While Jupiter's direct motion on February 4th brings improvements in overall vitality, it also emphasizes the need to adopt healthy habits and address any lingering health concerns. Focus on maintaining a balanced diet, regular exercise, and stress management to enhance your physical and mental well-being. Mars retrograde may cause occasional fatigue or frustration, particularly if you're overburdened with responsibilities. Once Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll feel a renewed sense of energy and motivation to pursue your health goals. Jupiter's aspect on your 12th house highlight the benefits of spiritual practices such as meditation, yoga, or mindfulness. These activities will not only support your physical health but also provide emotional clarity and peace of mind. With Jupiter influencing your 6th and 12th houses and Ketu in your 10th house, this is an ideal time to reflect on your life's purpose, explore spiritual practices, and seek inner peace. The Sun, Saturn, and Mercury's transit through Aquarius mid-month may inspire you to engage in intellectual pursuits or connect with like-minded individuals who share your spiritual interests. Overall, February 2025 is a month of growth, reflection, and opportunity for Sagittarius. While challenges may arise in relationships, career, and health, the supportive energies of Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn will guide you toward balance and fulfillment. By staying focused on your goals and embracing the lessons of the moment, you'll navigate this transformative period with resilience and optimism. For Capricorn, February 2025 is a transformative month. With Saturn firmly positioned in Aquarius, your 2nd house of finances and family, and other planetary movements impacting key areas of your life, this month brings a blend of opportunities and challenges. Themes of responsibility, self-discipline, and long-term planning will dominate, making it a pivotal period to focus on your goals, relationships, and overall well-being. Career matters remain at the forefront in February, as several planetary influences energize your professional life. Saturn's position in Aquarius emphasizes the importance of financial stability and disciplined efforts toward your career goals. With Saturn aspecting your 11th house, Scorpio, this month will push you to step up and take charge in your social circle, especially if you're in a leadership role. Projects requiring strategic thinking and detailed planning are likely to come to fruition, earning you recognition from superiors. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus, your 5th house of creativity and self-expression, on February 4th brings a wave of positive energy to your professional endeavors. If you've been considering starting a new project, launching a business, or pursuing creative ideas, this is an excellent time to do so. Jupiter's aspect on your 9th house, Virgo, and 11th house, Scorpio, may also open doors to opportunities abroad or collaborations with influential people in your network. However, Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 6th house of work and daily routines, until February 24th may slow progress or create delays in achieving your goals. This retrograde period is ideal for reassessing your strategies and addressing unresolved issues at work. Once Mars turns direct, you'll experience renewed momentum, allowing you to push forward with confidence. Finances take focus in February, as Saturn's placement in your 2nd house brings a heightened focus on saving, budgeting, and securing long-term financial stability. This is a time to be conservative with your spending and prioritize practical investments. Saturn's aspect on your 8th house, Leo, warns against risky financial ventures or impulsive decisions that could lead to unnecessary losses. Jupiter in Taurus enhances your financial prospects, particularly through creative pursuits or speculative investments. If you've been considering monetizing a hobby or starting a side hustle, this month offers favorable conditions for success. However, with Venus in Pisces, your 3rd house, forming a conjunction with Rahu, there may be temptations to indulge in luxury or make hasty financial commitments. Focus on making informed choices to avoid setbacks. Ketu's presence in your 9th house, Virgo, also highlights the importance of ethical decision-making in financial matters. Avoid shortcuts or speculative schemes that lack transparency, as they may lead to complications later. Love and relationships take an emotional and reflective turn this month, thanks to Venus in Pisces, your 3rd house of communication and short travels. Venus's exalted position enhances your charm, making it easier to connect with others and express your feelings. For singles, this transit could bring exciting encounters or the potential for a meaningful relationship. However, Rahu's conjunction with Venus cautions against idealizing romantic prospects or rushing into commitments without understanding the other person's intentions. For those in committed relationships, February brings opportunities to deepen your bond through honest communication and shared experiences. Mercury's movement into Aquarius on February 11th and later into Pisces on February 27th emphasizes the importance of open dialogue with your partner. If misunderstandings have arisen, this is the time to clear the air and rebuild trust. Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 6th house, until February 24th may create minor conflicts or misunderstandings with your partner, particularly if work-related stress spills over into your personal life. Once Mars turns direct, harmony and balance will return, allowing you to focus on nurturing your relationship. Family life will require your attention and patience this month, as Saturn in your 2nd house emphasizes responsibilities toward loved ones. There may be moments when financial or emotional issues within the family demand your intervention. Use your natural sense of discipline and practicality to resolve these matters with grace. Venus in Pisces, your 3rd house, fosters positive interactions with siblings and close relatives. This is an excellent time to reconnect with family members, plan short trips, or engage in shared activities that strengthen your bond. Jupiter's influence on your 5th house, Taurus, may also bring joy through children or younger relatives, making family gatherings more meaningful. Health should be a priority for Capricorn in February, as Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 6th house, may bring fluctuations in energy levels or minor health issues. Pay attention to your diet, rest, and exercise routine to maintain your physical well-being. Once Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll feel a boost in vitality and motivation to tackle your fitness goals. Jupiter's direct motion in your 5th house supports overall well-being and encourages you to focus on activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Consider incorporating creative outlets, hobbies, or spiritual practices into your daily routine to reduce stress and maintain a positive mindset. Ketu's aspect on your 1st house, Capricorn, may sometimes create feelings of restlessness or anxiety. Engaging in mindfulness practices such as meditation or yoga can help you find balance and clarity during this period. February is a spiritually enriching month for Capricorn, as Saturn, your ruler, influences your 2nd house, urging you to reflect on your values and life purpose. Jupiter's influence on your 9th house and Ketu's placement in Virgo highlight the importance of seeking knowledge and exploring spiritual practices. Whether through study, travel, or introspection, this is an excellent time to connect with your inner self and gain deeper insights into your journey. Overall, February 2025 is a month of steady progress and introspection for Capricorn. While challenges may arise in career, finance, and relationships, the supportive energy of Jupiter and Saturn will help you navigate these hurdles with resilience and determination. By maintaining a balanced approach and staying true to your goals, you'll lay the foundation for a successful and fulfilling year ahead. As an Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, February 2025 brings a mix of opportunities and challenges that test your resolve and creativity. With Saturn continuing its transit through your sign, you're likely to feel a sense of responsibility and introspection in various aspects of life. As the planetary ruler of discipline and structure, Saturn empowers you to focus on long-term goals while balancing personal growth with external commitments. The other planetary movements in February create a dynamic interplay of energies that influence your career, finances, relationships, family, and health. Your professional life is poised for significant developments this month, thanks to Saturn's position in your 1st house. This transit emphasizes self-discipline, determination, and leadership, making February an excellent time to take charge of your career path. Whether you're starting a new project, pursuing a leadership role, or planning a major transition, Saturn supports you in making calculated decisions. However, its aspect on your 10th house of career, Scorpio, suggests that you must adopt a methodical approach to overcome challenges at work. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus on February 4th activates your 4th house of stability, creating opportunities for growth in your professional environment. You may find yourself considering ways to improve your work-life balance, or exploring roles that align with your values. Jupiter's aspect on your 8th house, Virgo, and 12th house, Capricorn, also hints at possible collaborations or international opportunities that could boost your career. However, Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 5th house of creativity and speculative ventures, may bring delays or setbacks in launching new ideas or completing creative projects. This retrograde period is ideal for re-evaluating strategies and fine-tuning plans. After Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll experience renewed energy and clarity to move forward with confidence. Financially, February brings a mix of caution and optimism. Saturn's transit through your 1st house encourages you to adopt a disciplined approach to money management. Focus on saving, budgeting, and making long-term investments rather than indulging in impulsive spending. Saturn's aspect on your 7th house, Leo, and 10th house, Scorpio, suggests that partnerships or joint ventures may require careful evaluation to avoid potential losses. Jupiter in Taurus enhances your financial prospects, especially through property-related investments or ventures tied to your home. If you've been planning to buy or sell real estate, this month offers favorable conditions for such transactions. Venus in Pisces, your 2nd house of wealth, amplifies your charm and negotiation skills, making it easier to attract opportunities for income generation. However, with Venus forming a conjunction with Rahu, there's a risk of overspending on luxury items or making impulsive financial decisions. Practice caution and seek advice before committing to significant expenses. The presence of Ketu in your 8th house, Virgo, also warns against risky investments or speculative ventures. February is a transformative month for love and relationships. With Venus in Pisces, your 2nd house, forming a conjunction with Rahu, romantic connections may feel intense and unpredictable. For singles, this transit could bring exciting encounters with individuals who challenge your perspectives or inspire you to step out of your comfort zone. This is a favorable time to discuss shared goals, resolve past misunderstandings, and deepen your emotional bond. However, Mars retrograding in your 5th house, Gemini, may create minor conflicts or misunderstandings, especially if external pressures impact your relationship. Once Mars turns direct, harmony will return, allowing you to focus on nurturing your partnership. For married Aquarians, Saturn's presence in your 1st house brings a sense of responsibility toward your spouse and shared commitments. While this transit encourages stability, it may also highlight areas of imbalance that need attention. Jupiter's direct motion in your 4th house, Taurus, supports a harmonious domestic environment, making it easier to strengthen your relationship with your spouse. Family life remains a key focus in February, as Jupiter in Taurus energizes your 4th house of home and domestic matters. This transit fosters a sense of stability and emotional support within your family, making it an excellent time to resolve conflicts or plan gatherings that bring loved ones closer. If you've been considering home improvements or relocations, Jupiter's energy supports these endeavors. Venus in Pisces enhances your interactions with close relatives, creating opportunities for meaningful conversations and shared experiences. However, Rahu's influence may bring occasional misunderstandings or miscommunications within the family. Approach such situations with patience and empathy to maintain harmony. Ketu's presence in your 8th house, Virgo, may bring hidden family matters to the surface, requiring your attention. Whether it's financial concerns, inheritance issues, or emotional dynamics, address these challenges with clarity and fairness. Health takes on greater importance this month, as Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 5th house, may impact your energy levels and overall vitality. It's crucial to prioritize rest, nutrition, and stress management to maintain physical and mental well-being. Engaging in regular exercise, meditation, or creative activities can help you find balance and reduce tension during this period. Once Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll feel a renewed sense of motivation and energy, making it easier to focus on your health goals. Jupiter's influence on your 4th house also supports emotional well-being, encouraging you to create a peaceful and nurturing home environment. Saturn's transit through your 1st house emphasizes introspection and self-awareness. This is a time to reflect on your values, life purpose, and long-term aspirations. Jupiter's influence on your 8th house and 12th house encourages you to explore spiritual practices, whether through study, meditation, or connecting with like-minded individuals. Overall, February 2025 offers Aquarius a dynamic mix of growth, challenges, and opportunities. By staying disciplined, open-minded, and focused on your goals, you'll navigate this transformative period with confidence and resilience. As a Pisces ruled by Jupiter, February 2025 is a month filled with transformation, introspection, and opportunities for growth. With Venus transiting through your sign in conjunction with Rahu, and Jupiter transiting in your third house, Taurus, your natural intuition and creativity will be heightened. This is a powerful month to focus on personal and professional goals while navigating the emotional depth that defines your zodiac sign. Career advancement takes focus in February, as Jupiter in Taurus continues to energize your third house of communication, self-effort, and skill development. After Jupiter turns direct on February 4th, you'll find new clarity in pursuing your professional goals. This is an excellent time for networking, public speaking, and showcasing your talents. If you've been working on a creative project or planning to upskill, Jupiter's influence will help you excel. Collaborative ventures are also favored, with Jupiter's aspect on your 7th house, Virgo, encouraging partnerships that bring long-term benefits. Saturn's position in Aquarius, your 12th house of introspection and hidden endeavors, may push you toward behind-the-scenes work. This could involve research, spiritual projects, or planning for future career moves. While Saturn's energy may feel restrictive at times, it's an opportunity to focus on the foundations of your professional life. Use this period to organize, strategize, and eliminate distractions. Mars, retrograding in your 4th house, Gemini, for most of February, may bring delays in projects related to your home or real estate. It's best to avoid initiating significant changes in these areas until Mars turns direct on February 24th. After this date, you'll experience renewed energy and momentum in addressing domestic concerns that impact your career. Financially, February is a month to tread carefully. Venus transiting through Pisces and forming a conjunction with Rahu suggests fluctuations in income and spending patterns. While Venus enhances your ability to attract wealth and negotiate favorable deals, Rahu's influence can lead to impulsive spending or risky investments. It's crucial to stay grounded and consult financial advisors before making major decisions. Jupiter's presence in your 3rd house brings opportunities to earn through writing, communication, or entrepreneurial ventures. You may also benefit from short-term travel or collaborations that expand your reach. Saturn's aspect on your 6th house, Leo, reminds you to manage debt responsibly and focus on creating financial stability. Prioritize long-term financial planning over quick gains, and use this time to build a strong financial foundation for the future. Romance takes on an intense and transformative tone this month, thanks to Venus in Pisces, your 1st house, forming a conjunction with Rahu. Singles may find themselves drawn to magnetic and unconventional individuals who bring excitement and unpredictability to their lives. This transit enhances your charm and allure, making it an excellent time to explore new connections. However, be mindful of Rahu's tendency to create illusions, as not everything may be as it seems. For those in committed relationships, Venus in your sign heightens passion and emotional connection with your partner. Use this time to deepen your bond through heartfelt conversations and shared experiences. However, Mars retrograding in Gemini, your 4th house, may bring tension in domestic matters, which could spill over into your romantic life. Address conflicts with patience and understanding, and avoid making impulsive decisions during this period. Married Pisces individuals may feel a stronger sense of responsibility toward their spouse, especially with Saturn in the 12th house promoting selflessness and sacrifice. While this transit encourages you to support your partner's needs, ensure that you're also setting healthy boundaries and prioritizing your well-being. Family dynamics may feel a bit turbulent this month, with Mars retrograding in your 4th house, Gemini, stirring up unresolved issues or misunderstandings at home. Delays in home-related matters, such as renovations or relocations, could create temporary frustration. It's essential to approach these challenges with patience and flexibility, as the situation will improve after Mars turns direct on February 24th. Jupiter's aspect on your 7th house, Virgo, promotes harmony in your relationships with close family members. This is a good time to mend broken ties or address lingering disputes with loved ones. Venus in your sign adds a nurturing touch to your interactions, making it easier to offer support and guidance to those who need it. Socially, you'll find yourself surrounded by people who inspire and motivate you. Short trips or casual outings with friends could bring joy and a sense of connection. However, Rahu's influence on Venus may create misunderstandings or unrealistic expectations in friendships, so communicate openly to avoid potential conflicts. Your health remains a priority this month, as Saturn's presence in your 12th house may occasionally lower your energy levels or bring sleep-related disturbances. Focus on establishing a consistent routine that includes adequate rest, balanced nutrition, and regular exercise. Practices such as yoga, meditation, or mindfulness can help you stay centered and alleviate stress. Mars retrograding in your 4th house could lead to emotional restlessness or minor health issues related to digestion or chest discomfort. Pay attention to your body's signals and avoid overexertion, especially during the retrograde phase. After Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll notice an improvement in your energy levels and overall vitality. Jupiter's direct motion in Taurus brings positive energy to your mental well-being, encouraging you to focus on optimism and self-improvement. This is a favorable time to explore holistic healing practices or reconnect with spiritual routines that nourish your soul. Saturn's transit through your 12th house enhances introspection and encourages you to seek solitude for self-reflection. Whether through meditation, journaling, or connecting with spiritual mentors, this is a time to deepen your understanding of your life's purpose. Venus in Pisces enhances your intuition, helping you access higher wisdom and connect with the divine. Overall, February 2025 is a transformative and dynamic month for Pisces, offering opportunities for growth in career, relationships, and personal development. By staying grounded, embracing your creativity, and prioritizing self-care, you'll navigate the month's challenges with grace and resilience. As we conclude this episode, please remember that these insights are based on Sidereal or Vedic Astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference from the tropical zodiac. Individual predictions may vary, as every birth chart is unique. The influence of dasha periods and natal planetary placements can shape transits differently, both positively and negatively. It's essential to consider your own birth chart when applying these general predictions to your personal circumstances. If you'd like personalized predictions or have questions about your astrological chart, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned for more astrological updates. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful astrology content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to sharing more astrological wisdom with you in the future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining bright.